So we need to move back a little bit. I can already see that.
Back is in out or back is in towards back?
Right now, it's just focused on Sarah.
How to move the tripod?
Well, to make this screen so it comes in a little bit. Hey guys, push back. Let's push you back. Push back. Yeah, yes,
So right now, I can see you, but I can't see you still. So can you guys move in? Like instead of having those empty chairs, we can just take out those chairs? I mean, we're allowed to talk. Yeah, that's right. Even a tiny bit if you can, and just a touch more this way. You can totally see Sayaka. I cannot see our cellist just yet. Ooh, we're getting better. It's getting better. Still cello.
Does the screen come in? Or can we-
I tried that. Oh wait, these are probably braked.
No, the wheels are broken on that side. It's
Oh,
like-
the wheels are broken on that side. I can lift it.
Just watch this.
Ooh, that's looks good.
And we can move
Oh, right. I mean, do you want me to do that while it's happening?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can also bring this down, maybe. Like this.
Okay. That did help a bunch. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Ooh.
You guys just want to start counting to these so we can get a sound check one more now? 13. 2, ready, begin.
Do you guys have speeches or something? Let's hear. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Suma, where are you going to speak from?
Right here?
Oh, okay.
I think we all.
Should we make sure we can see your?
Yeah, do you want mind testing it out? That's perfect, except that you're blocking the bases.
I'm going to get out of the way when you're.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
I just want to make sure your head wasn't,
Yeah.
trump on.
And I'm only doing 1 inch from I'm not doing all of it. Last year we took turns jumping.
We did?
Yeah.
You guys sound really good. Thanks for doing this. Because we used to do like the all 4 schools and drive around, and it's really nice when smaller kids see bigger kids like you guys and what they're going to be, because they don't see themselves in us, but they see themselves in you. They're like, oh yeah, that's a big kid. Oh, that's a grown-up. She was never a kid, I swear. So, she's a teacher. Don't believe anything she does. She says she speaks adult. So it's really helpful. So like day 3, right? Day 3 of school. Have you had everything you're supposed to have yet? Or do you still need like day E, F, and D, E, and F? Or do you guys have everything every day? Every day. Okay. Here comes Mr.
Very
Hogarth. You're live, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
That's what
That's
makes
good
it
because it
fun.
says DCI.
I know.
That was a nice.
I tried to flip the other side for the second. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Did you have a great summer? Music theory scholar right there. Music theory. Did you get a fun? And I barely teach anything. They
If I had to do that.
Oh, by the way, I don't have an overlay. I meant to say that first thing when I saw you. I don't know where he is. I literally don't know where he is. I thought I had him in class this period. I'm just gonna pull him.
You mean not today or not now
Not,
or
not
now?
today, not
Oh,
now.
Okay,
Not
okay.
now.
Oh, we're good.
Which, I mean, of all the instruments, I think we're less of an issue, but, yeah. Oh, I remember.
Well,
I was
no, he
thinking.
was.
Oh, yes, he had. You're right. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Try living. Run it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, spelled L-O.
I mean, it's not as long as later, but I was thinking like all summer, like I have subscriptions to the thing that shows from Coral Sunday, so like wherever they are, I can watch the show at home. And it's just, okay. And then I go see it live. And I'm just thinking, yeah, and it's just so it's like, like, it compare the first few days to be out already, and this, but if I'm a kid, I must know that I'm going to get excited by this. We don't know the sound system. You know, the sound system.
Hello, everyone. We have about 8 classrooms up on the link right now. So if you can help anybody nearby your room get up and started, so we can get started soon and get the show on the road, as they say, we'd really appreciate your help with that. So if there's any neighborhood classrooms or teachers who seem to be having trouble hopping on the link, if you could let them know, or if you're on and you can help out somebody else out, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes.
My name's Steve Solomon, and I'd like to, on behalf of the music program, thank everybody for tuning in to this year's music demonstrations. This is an exciting time for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders because 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, you have an opportunity to play a string instrument, and 4th and 5th graders, you guys have a chance to play a band instrument, which you will see in a few moments. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of go through the instruments step by step and show you the instruments and talk about them. So if one sticks out to you, please, note that in your brain and jot it down on the paperwork that I believe you have in front of you. And make sure you guys sign up. Before we sign up, one of the coolest things that has happened over the years is now that we're doing this live is I'm allowed to use my students from the high school who have been playing for 9 years. So I'd like to honor them, and for those of you who are out there who taught these students, they've been playing for 9 years, so this could be you. They started where you guys did back in 3rd grade. This is Leah Rubenstein. She went to Skipback Elementary. This is Abby Bowman. She went to Evergreen. This is Sayaka Kimura. She went to Schwanksville. This is Nathan Fang. He went to Evergreen. And this is Sarah Zangrilli, who went to South. So at this point, I'd like to hand the program over to Ms. Crispin, who will talk about the paperwork.
Good afternoon, everyone. So hopefully everyone got the paperwork from their teacher. This might be zooming in, we'll see here. That talks about Perkiomen Valley 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade instrument signups. And we want to be looking at the string paper. And this should look familiar to everyone because you used this paper back in your music class back in May or June. So as we listen to the different string instruments, you're going to be able to check off if you love the sound of the instrument, if you think you just like the sound of the instrument, or if you're not sure, to help you make a decision about which string instrument you might want to choose to play. So at this point, we're going to start with the highest instrument in the string family, which is the violin.
Hi everyone, my name is Mrs. Corchi, which many of you at Schwanksville and Skipback probably know me as Ms. Hoffman, and I'm here to introduce the viola, which is our middle voice of the orchestra. It is our, you could call it second highest, perhaps, but it is able to play both high sounds and low sounds. And if we actually compare the way the two instruments look, you'll be able to see a size difference. So if you hold up the viola and hold it out next to it. Can you see how the viola is bigger? Perfect. So I'm going to let Sayaka play the viola for us.
Hello again, I'm back. Our next instrument is the middle to lower third of the instruments. It's a bass instrument. It is actually called the cello. If you like sitting, this would be the instrument for you. Don't be discouraged by the size of these instruments. I'd like to state that. One of the things that we should really recognize is that all of these instruments come in sizes that are fitted to your size. So, when Nathan started, I remember because I was there at Evergreen, he had a much smaller cello and kind of grew into the one he is. Now, they also have an end pin at the bottom, and you play it sitting down. So Nathan will demonstrate the cello for you.
All right, my name is Miss Smith-Gonzalez and I'm the strings teacher at Evergreen Elementary. The last instrument we have for you is one of an endangered species, the bass. The bass is the largest instrument of the orchestra and it has the lowest voice. It plays a really important role in an orchestra and it's very important to have enough players playing that instrument. So here we have Sarah to show us what that sounds like.
Great. So, hopefully you guys will join us. You know, obviously these students, like I said, started about 9 years ago, and we thought what would be a great closure to our portion of this demonstration would be if you could hear once again what all the instruments sound like when they play together. So thank you for listening to us, and hopefully I'll see you at the high school in a few years.
Thank you very much for our high school students helping us out with strings. So at this point, I'm going to call everyone's attention back to the front page that has all the pictures on it about the Perkiomen Valley 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade instrumental music signups. So for any 3rd, 4th, or 5th grader that would like to start a string instrument for the first time this year, there is a form that your parents need to fill out if you're interested in coming to meet the instrument night, which is being held at Middle School East on Wednesday, September 14th in the evening. At that evening, you would have the chance to try out and actually touch up to 3 of the different instruments. So if that's something you're interested in, please let your parents know. There's also a link on the form to actually sign up for lessons. We're going to be transitioning to the band portion of our program, so 3rd grade classrooms may sign off if you wish. 4th and 5th grade, we will have the band students ready for you in a few moments. While 4th and 5th grader, or while we're getting the band students ready for 4th and 5th grade, you're going to want to go to the second page of the worksheet that has all the band instruments listed so that you can fill out what your preferences are on the different sounds.
All right, everyone, welcome. We're going to talk about band instruments now. My name is Mr. Overholtzer. I'm the high school band director, and we're going to go through each of the instruments in our band program. And we're going to start here with, what's your name?
Katie.
That's right. And Katie, what instrument do you have for us today?
The flute.
That's a flute. It looks like a lightsaber, but it's actually a flute. Speaking of lightsabers, Katie, do you have something to play for us?
Yes.
Terrific. This is Katie playing the flute. That was Katie with the flute. Thank you so much, Katie. And we are now going to have our next instrument, which is right here. And your name?
Sasha,
This is Sasha. Oh, I forgot to ask Katie. I'm sorry. Sasha, what elementary school did you go to?
Evergreen,
Evergreen. I've heard of that. Terrific. And what instrument do you have?
the clarinet.
This is a clarinet. So Sasha's going to play the clarinet for us. Take it away, Sasha. All right, thank you so much, Sasha, with the clarinet. Our next instrument on the band team is right here, the shiny thing right there. And your name, sir?
Evan,
This is Evan, and what elementary school did you go to?
South,
South Elementary. I've heard of that one too. What do you have here?
the alto saxophone.
Alto saxophone. I've heard that's a really cool one. So, Evan, if you would play a little piece for us on the alto saxophone, that would be great. Hey, that's Evan on the alto saxophone. Thank you so much. And it's neat that we get to hear some of the pieces twice so you can compare how they sound between two different instruments, decide which one you like better, and you might pick that instrument. All right, it looks like we have another one ready to go. What's your name?
Andrew,
This is Andrew. Andrew, what elementary school did you go to?
I went to South.
South Elementary. I've heard of that one again. And what instrument did you bring us?
Trumpet.
The trumpet. That's one of my favorites. All right, Andrew, why don't you play some music for us? All right, that was Andrew on the trumpet. Thank you. That sounded like something from a movie I've seen. What a nice piece that is. All right, we've got our next instrument. Hello, what is your name?
I'm Owen.
This is Owen, and what elementary school did you go to?
I went to Skip Back.
Skipback Elementary School. That's another one I've heard of. Very exciting. What instrument do you have here?
I've got the French horn.
The French horn. Ooh la la. All right. Well, let's listen to you play a piece on the French horn. All right. Thank you so much, Owen, on the French horn. Very exciting. And our next instrument is, oh my goodness, look at this. This one seems pretty exciting. What is your name, sir?
Matthew,
This is Matthew. Matthew, where did you go to elementary school?
Schwenksville.
Schwenksville. That's yet another elementary school I've heard of. And what do you have here?
The trombone.
The trombone. And actually, I happen to know, if I'm correct, that this is sometimes called the slide trombone. Matthew, before you play your piece, would you do a really cool slide sound for us to show us the neat things the trombone can do? That was cool. Can you do another? I just want more. He's very consistent, that guy. All right, thank you. And now let's hear what piece you're going to play for us on the trombone. All right, thank you, Matthew, on the trombone. It sounds like another great movie theme that I've heard before. And it looks like we have our next instrument player coming on in. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, what has he got right there? And your name?
Leon.
Liam, that's right. And where did you go to elementary school?
South.
South Elementary School, one of my favorites, of course. And what instrument do you have here?
The baritone.
The baritone. That sounds very cool. And it looks like you're going to play some music for us. So let's listen to Liam on the baritone. Wow, that was great, Liam. Thank you so much for playing the baritone for us. And I will mention that the trombone that you just saw and the baritone are instruments we're looking for a lot of kids to play. We could really use a lot of low brass in our bands, and we would love to have you all with that. Speaking of low brass and heavy metal, wait till you see this one. Oh my goodness, it's so shiny and big. My goodness. And what's your name?
My name's Natalie.
This is Natalie, and what are you going to be playing for us?
The tuba.
A tuba. Natalie, do you know how to fix a tuba?
A tuba glue.
With a tuba glue. Terrific. All right, and this is exciting, and I see you're going to play some music for us. All right, let's listen to Natalie on the tuba. Thank you, Natalie, very much for playing the tuba for us. We're very fortunate to have Natalie in our program. She is one of the best tuba players in the entire state of Pennsylvania. And she's right here at Perk Valley, and you could be someday too, which would be very exciting. All right, we're going to hand over the program right now to Mrs. Crone. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, Eugene.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am not Mrs. Crone. My name is Mr. Dorenzo, and I'm the band director at Evergreen, also at Middle School East. Unfortunately, one of our high school percussion students who is set to demo is absent today, so you're not going to be able to actually see and hear the percussion instruments on your sheet. You can just leave that section blank. If you are interested in doing percussion, you would be practicing on a practice pad and also a set of orchestra bells. So just so you know, that's what that thing is at the bottom, even though you're not going to get to see and hear that today. All right, now I think it's actually time to see Mrs. Crone. So, Mrs. Crone.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Mrs. Crone, as Mr. Dorenzo said, and I hope you've been following along and filling out your paperwork. Next steps. On this paper, there's a website you can go to if you want to share with your parents. And the instruments that you saw today are all demonstrated by professionals on this website. So if you get home and you forget which one that you really like the sound of, you can share the website with your parents and go over it to make your final selection. But that doesn't even have to be final, because on Wednesday, September 14th, we're going to have a Meet Your Instrument night, and that's on this paper down here. And that's where you can come and try out as many as 3 different instruments to see which one you get along with the best. Because sometimes we pick instruments based on what they look like and how they sound, but the instrument might not actually get along with us. So we have to maybe, at that night, put one in our hands, see how it really feels, because we may find the instrument of our dreams that evening, even though we thought maybe we wanted to play something else today. So you get the real feel, and you'll get to make a sound on each of the instruments at that evening. You're gonna need to sign up for that. So there's a registration form down here on your piece of paper. So this is a very important piece of paper to share with your family here. And then once you've picked your instrument, there's another website down here that you'll go to sign up for your lessons. So I think that does it for us today, right? I'm looking at my friends here. You can't see my friends, but I got lots of friends here. Did all of my friends get introduced today? Okay, excellent. I will be your teacher if you go to Schwanksville Elementary or Middle School West eventually. I hope all of you decide to join the music team because we have a lot of fun playing and making music together and an instant group of friends. So if you've got a friend in your class and you want to play, maybe you want to play the same instrument as your friend, maybe you want to play something different, but we are a team. And oh, by the way, we have no JV, we have no bench. Everybody plays their instrument all of the time in all of our ensembles. You will never be pushed aside or pushed to the back. So keep that in mind because we have teams, but we're a little different than some of the other activities that you may be currently involved in. If you have questions, you can reach out to the music teacher in your school through their email address, and that information is on this form too. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching today, and join us. Making music is really great.